Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews, joined by Jack. How are you, bro? So I've got two beers here. They're by Bridge Road Brewers. Get down, mate. Yeah, by Bridge Road Brewers. Hazy Harvest and Dark Harvest. So they're fresh hop IPAs. So what? There's some awesome hop farms in the Beechworth area, which is high country in my state, Victoria. And yeah, what they've done, they've picked the hops, and then within 5 hours, I think it is, or 6 hours, they've gone into the brew. So yeah, the first one is a collab with Mountain Culture. So yeah, Beechworth, it's like sort of northeast of Melbourne, up in the mountains. So yeah, Hazy Harvest Fresh Hop IPA. So it's just like a hazy IPA, but with like fresh hops. 6.4%. It's also collaboration with Hop Products Australia. So they're the ones whose hop farm it is. And then we've got a dark IPA. So I dare say it's a black IPA. And this is a collaboration with Adnams. And they're in England somewhere. Got a feeling they're in Jaco Beers territory somewhere on the east side, I think. I could be wrong. But yeah, this is 6.5%. So yeah, both beers are Bridge Road. Bridge Road also have a bar in Melbourne. It was pretty cool during the pandemic because they opened the bar at the wrong time, sort of thing. They set it all up as cardboard. So even the bar and all the seating was all covered in cardboard because they hadn't quite done their renos yet and they wanted to open it up. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Even like the beer taps, the signage, like it was awesome. So I'm not sure what hops are in these. I dare say it's probably Galaxy. Because yeah, Galaxy is normally the fresh hop with Australian beers. But yeah, we'll soon be able to pick out the characteristics. And I've just gone an old Mountain Culture glass. So I obviously don't have a Bridge Road or an Adnams one. So yeah, cheers to Jimmy C and Phil. Good to see you. So yeah, it's a very awkward time to be doing a beer review. It's like nearly 2 a.m., but I only just got home from work like an hour ago. I've been doing so much overtime. I'm so tired. So yeah, every day this week we've done at least like 3 hours overtime. So you get home from work, you stay up for a couple of hours, you sleep in, and then you just go back to work again. It's not a very enjoyable life. The pay will be good next week, but there's no way I could do this all the time. Yeah. I don't do night shift anymore, Jimmy. It's a pain in the ass. I haven't been able to see any of especially the American boys. I miss hanging out with like Beer Man and Bumpy and Drewy and Josh. Bit of dirty glassware mafia. Let's give it a bit of a tap. It's a little bit better. The dogs are fighting for position behind me. Jack had the seat at the start of the show. He was right up here and he's in my face. And then Angus is like, nah, move, buddy. I'm the big boy around here. So, yeah, I would say cloudy in appearance. It's got very, very lively carbonation. Probably a 3-finger head. Colour, I would say like a light straw. Looks a bit darker in the camera. And body, Probably light to medium. So let's get in there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're near Jake. Jake lives sort of. Is it Norwich or what? Yeah, Suffolk. All that area. Somewhere he lives somewhere up there. Pretty sure it's on the east side, like north of like Kent and all them. It's probably like up level with the Midlands, but on the east side. Is that right? Anyway, I'm having a whiff of this beer. So it smells like very sort of like orangey and like some pineapple, passion fruit, maybe even like some melon. It's like tropical and citrus, like fairly sweet. I get like a dried grass, like a hay sort of like a straw vibe to it. I would say like a biscuity, slightly grainy base. Maybe some peach. Smells pretty nice. I'm just a little concerned about the body and the like the color. It just looks very light for like a hazy IPA. Yeah, we've still been having some decent weather here, even though it's like, yeah, fucking coming into winter. Normally in Victoria, like, because I'm right down in the south, we start getting real shit weather around now. But yeah, the farmers are battling because we're not getting enough rain. The grounds are all too hard, so they're struggling to feed their animals. On your field, yeah, I knew it was one of those. I know the rough area where he lives. Ipswich, is that another area that's sort of nearby? Anyway, let's have a taste. I would say first beer for the day, but it's not the same day. It's actually the next day now. It's Friday. Cheers. I might even go to the city again this week and treat myself with all this work I'm doing. Next week's pay will be, yeah, fucking awesome. I've certainly earned it though, geez. I feel like I haven't been home at all this week. So it's got like I dare say it's fresh Galaxy because I'm getting like a really tart and sweet passion fruit. And Galaxy back in the day, that's what it was known for, like passion fruit, even like some pineapple, orange, melon. And yeah, it's sort of Galaxy lost its way a bit when we had bushfires and a lot of the plantations got destroyed. It's not bad, this, but it's just very. It's very subdued and like the body's just lacking. It drinks more like a pale ale. But one thing with Bridge Road, I've always felt that their hazies just need a lot of work. And yeah, drinking this, they definitely still do. Here we go. Old mate's back. Come say hello to the camera. You muppet. You're a bit close. You're invading my personal space there, bro. Get down. Stay there, bro. So yeah, 6.4%. I feel like it tastes like it's 6.4. But just the body and the sort of, I don't know, you wouldn't say the complexity because it's sort of the opposite of that. Like it's got some flavour to it, but it's just, yeah, it's very subtle. It's probably a decent beer to like, I don't know, if someone's first getting into craft beer to give them something like this because it's not too in your face. Yeah, I'm doing all this overtime, dude. I start at lunchtime and I don't get fucking home till about 1 in the morning. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I left for work today at, I think I walked out the front door at 12 o'clock and I got home about half an hour ago. So I've been out of the house and all I did was, yeah, walk to and from work. Yeah, I've been gone for like over 12 hours. I'm meant to finish work at 9 o'clock and I'm getting home at like fucking 1 o'clock. Uh, at least when we do mornings, we know what time we're going to finish. It's like they've pulled all this night shift and weekend shifts away from us because they reckon we don't need it anymore, and then now we're doing all this overtime. It's like obviously you're still way too busy. Yeah. Yeah, Adnams are like a big sort of old school brewery, aren't they? But they try and do some craft stuff as well. I know Ghost Ship. I know that's sort of their flagship beer. Like you'll even see that in some of our superstores here. Let's pour some more. But yeah, this certainly is more like a Bridge Road beer than a Mountain Culture, that's for sure. Mountain Culture beers have like plenty of body and oomph. But yeah, I like the can artwork. It's pretty sick. Just a hop with stars as its eyes, and then obviously the other one's like the same but black. Looks like a member of Kiss. Yeah, I need some sort of funding to pay for a flight there. That would be awesome. Imagine me and you in London watching our NFL teams playing each other. That would be fucking unreal. Cool. Yeah, I've got quite a good selection of beers in the fridge at the moment. And because, like, Pint of Origin's still going in Melbourne, yeah, I dare say I'm going to go back down to Melbourne this weekend. So I'll be bringing some more stuff back. I want to get some more, like, American stuff. I just felt the selection this year wasn't as good as previous years. I mean, Anchorage was obviously unreal, but I'm not bringing Anchorage beers home with me at fucking over $100 a bottle. The one beer, the one beer I really wanted to get, 375 mils, so a small bottle, Anchorage and Horace collab, and it was $200 for one fucking beer. I'm like, lucky I got to try it on tap. Yeah, I'm already doing a once in a lifetime thing in about a month, according to Simo. I'm going to see Parkway Drive, who are a metal band, play with an orchestra at the Sydney Opera House, and it's a black tie event. Simo's like, "You've got to go. It's a once in a lifetime thing. You got to do it." I'm like, "Fuck it, I'm going." I'm going all the way to Sydney by myself just to go to a concert. We'll have to get you a team, Phil. You got to get on the mighty Vikings. These guys. See, look at that logo. You'd love to follow a team with that logo and those colours too. Immaculate. Oh yeah. Whew. I'm pretty keen to move on to the black IPA, to be honest. I mean, this is all right, but you just think hazy IPA and mountain culture involved. You just think it'd be a bit better. On the back, it says this collaboration was brewed especially for Bridge Road's annual Harvest Festival, the High Country Hop. It's a hazy IPA bursting with the unique flavours of freshly harvested local hops from HPA's Rostreva Hop Garden, picked and added to the beer within 6 hours. I know when Mountain Culture go to get the hops, they have to drive about, yeah, it's probably like a 7 or 8 hour drive from where they are. And they just load the van up with hops, and then they, like, the staff get the brew going, and then the owner drives back with the hops and smashes them in. It's pretty cool how it works. Yeah, everywhere we go, long, especially for me because I live in the country. So anything I want to do, it's like always got to travel for it. My hometown's not too bad. It's like it's sort of got everything, or not everything. It's got most stuff you need. It has a population of around, it's probably like nearly 50,000, and it's on the coast. It's very popular over summer. But the town I live in now is a lot smaller. It's only about probably 15 to 20,000, and it's just very basic. There's a lot of shit that we don't have, and there's no nightlife here at all, and everything seems to shut really early. Like you can't even get a takeaway beer after about 8 o'clock at night. It's fucking ridiculous. Supermarkets don't open till about fucking 8 or 9 a.m. and then they close at like 8 or 9 p.m. It's a bit of a shithole, really. I'm only here for the work. But yeah, country towns are getting more and more popular in Australia because the cost of living's so fucking bad now. People just can't afford to live in the city anymore. It's all Chinese students with rich parents. My daddy owns 5 apartments in the city. I live in one and then I put the other 4 on Airbnb. It pays for my coke habit. Oh, shit. I can't stand these rich Asian kids in the city. I mean, not all of them, but there's a particular type. Yeah, where I live, it's a couple of hours by train to the city. And the worst thing is the last train from the city back home's at 7 o'clock. So if you want to bloody make a day of it, it's too rushed. It's very irritating. I wish you could get like a late night bus or train, so I could actually go down to the city and spend like 10 hours there and then come home instead of like 4 or 5 hours and then having to turn back around again. I mean, last week I stayed down. I got accommodation and stayed the night, but I don't really like having to spend money on accommodation all the time when all you're using the room for is just to sleep. It's just a waste of money. Yeah. Pardon me. I better get on to this next one. So now the Australian English collab. I just have a feeling this one's going to be better just due to style. I would read what it says on the back, but it says pretty much the exact same thing. Only they've changed hazy IPA with dark IPA. So no point. Let's pour. It's been good lately watching my good mate James of Rampant Lion. He's been reviewing a heap of Aussie stuff. So yeah, it's quite exciting. So colour on the camera probably looks black or like really dark brown. It's sort of like a dark tan. It's definitely got like in the light, you can't see it on the camera, but it's got like a real light brown, reddy tinge to it. But yeah, very similar like body to the last beer. Like it looks fairly light. Carbonation's probably mild. It's got like a sort of two finger head that looks like it's disappearing. But yeah, a bit concerned about the body. Let's go with. So yeah, it smells like fairly roasty and toasty. So I'm smelling like chocolate and biscuit. And yeah, it's like grainy. And maybe like some orange or some mandarin. Yeah. Not really much else like it. Because it's like a roasty sort of beer, it's hard to pick out like the hop character. But yeah, you're getting like a biscuity, definitely like a biscuity vibe, like a digestive sort of thing. Like it's even got like a woody note as well. And yeah, I don't think I mentioned, but this one's 6.5%. Adnams, South, is it Southwold? Is that how it's pronounced? Anyway, I'm going in. Cheers, boys and girls. See how you get that sort of brownie ready tinge. Ooh. I got like a sort of like I got like a chocolate, a caramel, and like a piney resiny note then. It's got quite a unique flavour, but I like it. It's got yeah, it's like I couldn't really smell caramel, but I'm getting sort of like a almost like a caramel fudge note to it. Like it sort of reminds me a bit of an American brown ale because you're getting this caramel note like chocolate, slightly bready, and then yeah, like it's hoppy. And because it's like pine and citrus, it reminds me of like a yeah, an American brown ale. Hmm. Yeah, I've got two dogs, mate. So the one you've seen on the camera, that's Jack. He's a little crossbreed. He's got like Kelpie Border Collie which are like Australian like cattle dogs, curly retriever, and husky in him. But I honestly think he's got German short-haired pointer in him because not only does he look like that, but he's got some of the traits that they have. I honestly think, yeah, like there's some pointer in him at least. He definitely in the face. He has that look like front on. He has that look like a Labrador. So that's I reckon he's got that curly head retriever look in the face. Body, he definitely looks like a Kelpie. And then yeah, the other dog is Angus. He's a gold Labrador. So he's purebred. He's still got his nuts as well. I was always going to get pups out of him, but I never got around to it. And yeah, he's really old. He's slowed down heaps. He yeah, like he's still going all right, but you can just tell he's like riddled with arthritis and he has the hip problems that labs get when they get old. I think because he's always been not underweight, but like really masculine and yeah, pretty lean. It's probably helped him. But yeah, he still eats all right. He still drinks all right. He's still happy. He jumps around. He can run when he wants. So even though he looks sore at times, he's never really suffering or anything. So I just keep him going. You could just imagine probably take him to the vet. He's probably had cancer for 3 years or something. But as long as he keeps doing all the normal things and doesn't look like he's in too much pain, he's going to keep living. So I think the average age for a Labrador is 10 to 14, and I think he's 15. And yeah, Jack's probably about, I reckon Jack would be about 7 or 8. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so it's called hazy harvest and dark harvest because it's the time of the year where the hops get picked when they're at their freshest. And so yeah, they call it the hop harvest. And yeah, the reason why it's called dark harvest is because it's a dark IPA. And then this one was called hazy harvest because it's a hazy IPA. Hence the name. So yeah, they're just known as fresh hop IPAs. It's pretty much when they're at their peak picking, you get them as soon as you can and put them in the brew, and that's known as like a fresh hop or a wet hop. Yeah, I'm on Facebook, dude. I'll have to add you. When it comes to sending stuff, though, because you're in the UK, it's very, very expensive. Like you would not believe how bad it is just to send anything like to or from Australia. I've had a lot of people wanting to send me beers from America, and then they'll look at the price and it's like, oh, it's not worth it. I don't know. There might be ways around it, but there's definitely people I'd love to trade beers with. That'd be cool. Yeah, it's like so many people, like I'm friends with different parts of the globe. And it's like, it would be so awesome if it was like, old school days where you could just send each other care packages and it costs like $20 to send. You'd be like, fuck yeah, you'd do it all the time. But they're just so strict now with like customs and just absolutely charge you through the roof just to send something basic. Let's pour some more. One thing I had straight after work, I picked them up in the local Aldi just because they're on special. They're like little macaroni patties with like, it had like a crispy outlay, like when you get like chicken schnitzels or chicken Kievs and they've got like that, like the bread crummy sort of layer on them. Well, that's what this was, but with macaroni and cheese on the inside. They were fucking awesome. I was like quite impressed. Just this like soft, gooey macaroni and cheese on the inside, and then this like, yeah, sort of like crummy outside that was still like, as long as you didn't cook it for too long, it was still pretty moist. Yeah, I like this beer. I definitely prefer this one over the other. As I have said in the past with Bridge Road, their hazies definitely need some work, but whenever they do like West Coast or like black IPAs or even stouts and some other styles, they're pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, you just know your pets well enough to know if they're in like massive discomfort. Like when I went away on the weekend, I know that Jack's had a fall at some stage because I can just tell by his body language when he's jumping up on the bed now. Normally, say if I walked in the front door from work, they come screaming at me 100 miles an hour, welcome home, dad, sort of thing, and like keen as to see me. But ever since I've come home from Melbourne, Jack's been sort of just standing on the bed, like wincing, like he's in pain. I'm like, come on, buddy. And then, like, I've been putting the food in his bowl and he still won't jump down. So, what I reckon's happened, I reckon when I was away, he's jumped up on the bed and probably got caught in the doona cover or something. And he's probably fell down and hurt himself. So now he's like, doesn't want to jump. He's lo- he's lost his spring, the poor boy. He's just saying, on. Gotta love him. Cheers, Paul. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, I've been doing a heap of overtime, dude. So I haven't been around as much. And then when I am around, I decide to have a beer. I'm on at a stupid time. But no, good to see you. You're Italy, Rome. Is that where you are at the moment, or you were there? I haven't watched any of your videos for a couple of days, but I just remember seeing something popping up. Yeah, it's tough. There's so much shit out there, like you got to worry about. Yeah. How was it? How would you compare it to the other European places you've been to of late? I'll definitely check the video out when I get a chance. I seen one of them you had hanging out at Rome or with the Pope or something. I'm like, oh, here we go. Yeah. Yeah, cool. That'd be awesome. Bloody typos. It's like me. I keep clicking on the right hand side of the mouse instead of the left. I'm like, I just want to smash it. Let's pour some more, shall we? I tell you what, because I've been at it for fucking 13 hours or whatever and walked home and tired as hell. These two beers are going straight to my head. I'll be talking left-handed if I had one more. But yeah, I just don't want it to become a thing where I'm doing this all the time. I don't mind doing the occasional like overtime, but you don't want it to become a thing where you every single day you're working like 12-hour days and you'd just be absolutely fucked. Cheers, John. Good to see you, brother. Hopefully all's well in Maryland. Yeah, go get yourself another. See, I could nearly go another after this. Mm. Yeah, I wish it was Friday night. If it was, I'd be like, fuck this, I'm getting loose. I'll put on my hat with the four-letter C word, my party hat, and just get loose. And Paul, if you're still there, brother, we'll have to organise another sesh, dude. One thing I noticed is I don't even have you as a mod. What the fuck's going on there? I'll have to sort that out. I've got a shitload of mods, but it's like the more the merrier. It's good to have like yeah, all your regular like watchers and mates and that as mods. Like yeah, we'll have to do a sesh, even if we do it like off air or something, dude. And we should just like smash beers and listen to the Beatles. It'd be cool. Because I know you love them like I do. I've heard so many people like Simo saying he reckons the Beatles are overrated. It's like, oh, fuck off. One thing is like you got to look back at what music was around at that time. They're like the pioneers of like so much rock. And then yeah, they've just experimented so much. They got so many different sounds, fucking awesome harmonies. They're all songwriters. Like I just can't see how people would think that they're shit or they're overrated. Most of his music taste is actually pretty good, but yeah, when he said that, I was like, nah, I don't agree with that. Just imagine how rad it would be though, hanging out in real life. There's just so many people I'd just love to get on the beers with and just fucking banter and yeah, just drink until the fucking sun comes up. It'd be awesome. Yeah, ahead of their time. And like, yeah, just so much experimentation. I mean, obviously they had some guidance from certain hallucinogenics. But yeah, it's just great to see the progression in their music and so much like diversity. Cheers, disco. Yeah, boy. Yeah, I've been doing a heap of overtime, dude. I haven't been around as much. This week, I reckon what have I done? I've been averaging 3 hours longer every night this week. So come Saturday morning, I'm gonna be fucked. And like, yeah, you chuck an extra 3 hours on my shift, and I obviously walk to and from work. So like, I've been like going out at like 11:30 in the morning or 12 o'clock midday, and not getting home till like fucking 1 a.m. So yeah, it's a long fucking day to be gone. I've hardly seen my house. I've hardly seen my dogs. YouTube. I don't even know what that is anymore. All I'm looking forward to is the cash. I know that it's going to be a very, very juicy paycheck next week. Um, yeah, I obviously went to Melbourne last weekend too, so I wasn't around on the weekend. I'm possibly going down again this week just to reward myself. No, we've still got that beer festival in the city. It goes through till Sunday, so I might go to a few more pubs and venues and make the most of it before it ends. Bring home some awesome takeaways. Um, yeah. One thing that's pretty cool, one of the bars in Hawthorn's sort of eastern suburbs, Melbourne, they're doing beers from the Northern Territory. So there's a few craft breweries, obviously, in like Alice Springs and Darwin, like in the desert. I'm like, that's pretty cool. So yeah, I wouldn't mind going and check that out. And one of my favourite burger pop-up guys is going to be at the bar on the Saturday. So yeah, it's like killing two birds with the one stone. Some different beers and some tasty burgers. Yeah. So did I read before Disco? You're yeah, transferring a hazy pale into tank. Cool. What hops has it got in it, dude? Does it have pungent grapefruit notes? Damn, that ain't good. You don't want to waste a beer, especially in today's living. One of the beers I was looking at buying today, I mean, it's fucking good, but the price was ridiculous. A 4-pack for $65. So you're paying over $20 for actually, yeah, you were paying like, it was about yeah, 15. Yeah, it might have been dearer than that. I reckon it might have been 70 or something. Whatever it was nearly $20 a can. I'm like, fucking hell. I better sleep well tonight, I tell you. See, that last sip I had then, if I was blind tasting this, I would just think it's a normal IPA and not dark, which is so weird because when I first started tasting it, you got like chocolate and like sort of dark bread, but now it's like more caramel and pine and citrus. So yeah, it fucks with the old noggin a little bit. But yeah, I certainly enjoy the black over the hazy. So yeah, that's the black. And for you English out there, it's a collab with a pretty famous English brewery. And then for the Aussies out there, one of my favourite breweries, collab. But you wouldn't think it by drinking the beer. It certainly doesn't taste like a mountain culture. They look pretty cool together, though. Hazy Harvest, Dark Harvest. I think they should have a West Coast variation. It should be called Dank Harvest. That would be pretty cool. Oh, man. I'm getting old. Yeah, when I was walking home tonight, I'm like, I've been out since fucking midday. It's like 1 in the morning. I was walking home. I got halfway home. I was just like, I could just fucking lay down here and go to sleep. Can someone just come and get me and take me home? I even seen a taxi drive past at one stage. I was like, I could nearly get a taxi. I'm that tired and fucked. But I knew that it would have cost me about $30 just to get like a couple of kilometres home. So I'm like, nah, that's beer money right there. Those fuckers rip you off big time. Simple but effective glassware. I like. I like. It's like a lager glass, a Pilsner glass, I would say. So, yeah, as far as these beers go, if I was to score them, I think the Bridge Road and Mountain Culture Hazy Harvest, I would probably say I'd probably go a 4.1 out of 5. It's good, but it's certainly not great. It was just too thin and too quite subtle in like the aroma was nice, but just in flavour, it was just lacking. And then this bad boy, I'd probably say about a 4.25. So I find it better, obviously, but it's it's still needs some work. Both of them had very thin bodies. Yeah, I wonder when they were actually canned. So it would be interesting to see. I think the wet hop, like the harvest, is normally about a month ago. Yeah. Who knows? But yeah, always a cool concept. I love trying wet hop or fresh hop beers. Yeah, it's a good way to get to know flavors as well. Because if you have them like single, like standalone, you can like quite often pick out all the different notes, and then you know what that hop sort of offers. Hare Krishna. Yeah, I'd love to do the whole Liverpool scene, and that'd be cool. Yeah, Australian beer prices are fucked big time. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it, Phil, but I did a Cloudwater beer in the last review. That was pretty good. Obviously, they're from England, Manchester. I've got a Vault City in the fridge. They're Scotland. And then yeah, I've got some Japanese craft. I've got some US craft, Aussie, New Zealand. But yeah, because I'm going back to Melbourne on the weekend, I might have like some different stuff again. I think the next beer review I'll do, I want to do it. I've got a Japanese coffee stout, so I thought that'd be pretty interesting. If I get up early enough in the morning, I can nearly do it then. But yeah, it's like because I work afternoon. If I'm gonna do a beer review, sort of needs to be quite a few hours before work. I mean, even though it's only one beer, you don't want it in your system at all. But yeah, I better wrap this up. How long have I been going for? Yeah, I sort of wanted to go for around that hour mark, having the two beers. But yeah, it's been good hanging out with you all again. Appreciate the support. Um, yeah, it's always good just having that live interaction with people while you're talking shit about beers. And yeah, it's not always about the beer, it's about like so many other things, and even just the characters and the friendship. So always enjoyable. I will possibly be back later today because it's 2:40 a.m. in the morning. So yeah, I better get to sleep. Hopefully get a few solid hours, and then yeah, do it all again at work. But yeah, as I said, thanks guys, and we'll see you again soon. Cheers.